Hello everyone. So if you watched the previous video, you will know that I chose the Honda K20A as my next engine in my MR2. Now I know there are mixed feelings about it, but like I said before, an engine's an engine, right? Doesn't really matter where it comes from. So for today, I'm going to be taking this thing apart, taking off anything unnecessary, and then it's kind of learning about this engine, because this is my very first Honda engine and I don't really know much about it besides what I find on Google. So let's get started. I think I'm just going to start taking these covers off and see what's under there. Okay, so first up, the spark plug cover. Alright, so we got 4 individual ignition coils. So there is no need for a distributor, unlike the 16 valve 4AG. So this is already more efficient. Now let's see what's under here. Okay, fuel rail and injectors. So I can already see a little bit of a problem. So the stock Honda setup has the fuel rail or the fuel setup as a returnless system, meaning there's only one fuel line going through this, and then this fuel pressure regulator tells it how much it needs. But the MR2 has a return system, so the MR2 has a feed line like this does, but then it also has a return line on the other side. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to convert that, but that shouldn't be a big deal. I've seen a lot of people do these K20 swaps on, like, EGs and stuff, MR2s, so I'm sure someone has already figured it out. Okay, so this is an RBC intake. So I'm not 100% sure what that means, but they use this intake on like the high performance models of this engine. So I think the K20A2 and then also this Type R one has the same intake. And then it says it right here too, right on the head, RBC. Okay, and then here's a casting mark on the block, K20A. So let's take a look at what kind of sensors this engine has. First one I can see is this map sensor. That's the TPS. I think this is the idle air control motor or valve, I don't know. That's the knock sensor. And then on this side we got 2 cam angle sensors. Now on the front of the engine, I think this is the VTEC solenoid, and this must also have something to do with VTEC, not 100% sure. And then I think this is the oil pressure sensor. Oh, there's an oil filter. What else? And I think this one on the back of the head, this must be a coolant temp sensor. And then we got the pressure regulator for fuel, the 4 injectors, and then the 4 ignition coils. And also, I forgot about this, the crankshaft angle sensor. So this is actually a pretty simple engine. Not a whole lot of stuff to it. So I guess now let's take off this wiring harness. I'm not going to be using it, so take that off, take these hoses off, this intake off. Now with all this stuff out of the way, let's take a look at the coolant system. So this is the upper radiator hose. It kind of goes to the same direction of an MR2. MR2 kind of goes down, something like that. And then here's the lower hose. Same thing with this. goes in the same general direction as MR2, so that should be pretty easy to make it work. This here is thermostat housing, and then we got some outlet pipes here. Let's see where that goes. Ah, okay. So that goes to the heater hoses. So these heater hoses go in the opposite direction of the MR2. So I'm gonna have to find a U-shaped hose, and then that'll go towards about the firewall right here. That shouldn't be hard to figure out. Oh yeah, there's also this. I saw this earlier. This is the throttle body warm-up lines, and you really only need this if you live in like really cold temperatures. This just prevents the throttle body from freezing. So I'm actually just gonna delete that. I'm gonna route this one down here to up here, so to just kind of loop it, and then this hose gets deleted, this gets deleted, and then these just get capped off. Now here's the front of the engine. We got two coolant hoses here coming off from the water pump. So I guess this feeds it to the oil cooler, and then it goes through here. So I can leave these alone. That's the water pump. And it also says RBC on it. Really not sure what that means. So if anyone could tell me, that would be great. Okay, now I guess while we're here, I'm gonna need to delete this, but then that's gonna cause a problem with the routing. I think there's a kit that allows you to delete this, and then the alternator moves down here, and then there's like some different pull-here stuff. I don't know, but we'll get to that when we get to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take off this belt. So this here, that's a tensioner, and then that's the idler. So we just push it forward. Actually no, I think it's, you push it down, and that releases the belt. Okay, let's delete the AC. There you go, that's much cleaner. Now we can inspect all the pulleys. So here's the water pump. Sounds good. Alternator. Sounds good. Tensioner. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Okay, now let's see the idler. That's even worse. Alright, so these two need to be replaced, because just me spinning it right here is already loud. Imagine it with it running. Like this one doesn't even spin good. Okay, I'll add that to the to-buy list. Now this is what I'm excited for. I'm gonna pull off the valve cover and see how it looks inside. Okay, now let's get this valve cover off. Haven't seen under here yet. Dang, that's actually pretty clean. That's actually really clean. Okay. I like what I see here. Cool. And inside the valve cover is really clean too. This is a good sign. Now before I throw this into the car, I'm gonna adjust all of the valves. Now this is actually pretty easy. I think that's a 10mm, and then you use like a flat blade screwdriver to turn that. But you gotta put a feeler gauge under there. So under here, make sure it's within spec. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just gotta do it to all the valves, just to make sure. And I might also do the timing chain guides. I mean, they look good, but I'm already here, might as well do it. Then reseal this whole timing cover, put a new front main seal on, same in the back, do a rear main seal. It's just so much easier to do it all now than when it's in the car. But yeah, just general maintenance stuff. So far I'm really happy with what I'm seeing here. Okay, Now, let's turn over the crankshaft, see how it all feels. 19 millimeter. Turns over nice and easy. Everything's turning. Can you hear that VTEC? So excited to get this engine in. Okay, that all looks good. I guess last thing I want to do is pull out these spark plugs and see how they look. Okay, get in there. Oh wow, looks like this has never been changed. Looks like it's been running good. It's a nice brown color, but you can see these burnt marks up here, and that just kind of means the spark plug is old, so it's probably never been changed. I'm gonna guess these are original. Let's take out the rest. All looks good to me. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All have a pretty nice brown color. So that means this engine is running good before it was pulled. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for taking a look at the condition of this engine. I'm really happy with what I found. You know, it's got a nice clean color in here. Nothing seems to be broken. And now I know what parts to order. So I'm gonna order up the timing kit. I'm gonna get these new pulleys. That's bad. And I'm gonna get a new water pump, get a new thermostat, all new seals and stuff, gaskets, get these valves adjusted, and then that should be pretty much it. I'm not gonna do anything crazy to this thing. Like, I'm gonna leave it on stock, just get it up to maintenance. So yeah, there it is. So the seller already did the compression test and a leak down test, and it passed easily. This is a very healthy engine, and they did it for me live, so I trust them. Pretty reputable. I think it was used JDM engine. What else is there to say? If any of you guys know about these Honda engines, and there's something I missed, please let me know, because I'm really new to this engine. I don't know very much about it, but I would like to learn all about this thing. Any problems, any weaknesses, anything like that. So yeah, I guess it's gonna be it. I'll see you guys next time.